This is a follow-up to my last video where I state the daytime moon proves the flat earth. Like I stated in the video, this would not happen if the moon was 238,000 miles away. Been receiving comments from people. They say, oh, this only happens in the morning, during the very early stages of the morning, or right at sunset. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to show a video going back. This is from about 4 or 5 months ago. I recorded myself. This is the California sky at 3:34 p.m. Take a look at this footage, and you're going to clearly see what's taking place here. You cannot fabricate this. Where I pan the camera over, and there's your moon. Okay, at 3:34 p.m. Do you want to explain that? Again, what is the other side of the supposed ball Earth getting as far as a moon or a sun? They're getting absolutely nothing. Again, I'm going to go back here. You can check yourself once again. You'll need to understand science is all about observation and experiment, and this is exactly what I'm doing here. This video cannot be debunked. So again, if you believe this was the case where you only get the moon very early in the morning or very late in the day, here you go, 3:34 p.m. This cannot be debunked whatsoever. You can see the clouds in front of the moon right here as well. And just taking a look at this Bible verse from Job, it talks about how he compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. Okay? And here's another example of exactly how the flat earth works. As I stated many times, the ice ring around the world holds the water in. That's exactly how it works. Also, the UN logo, as many people know, is the exact same as the flat earth map. Just take a look at this clock. This is exactly how the flat earth works. And when you have the so-called solar eclipses, a couple times a year, it's just where they basically meet at the same exact time, and this is how you get your solar eclipses. Now, since I get the same questions over and over again, I have to repeat myself with certain information regarding the flat earth. People think, as I always state, I get the same question over and over again with every flat earth video. Well, if the sun was above a flat earth, wouldn't the whole flat earth be illuminated by the sun? And again, this is simply not the case. The sun and the moon are much closer to us than we've been told. Again, taking a look at this video, this guy aboard an Alaska cruise, take a look once again at the moon during the night. You see the reflection off the ocean itself from the moon. The moon creates its own light, not from the sun, not a reflection off the sun, like science says. Now, panning over slowly, here's your daytime. Okay? Show this many times, but again, must be shown for the new viewer. Okay? Let's pan back over here. I'm going to show an actual video of it panning itself.
And it won't ever completely settle over there.
There you go, right there. Okay? For all you doubters, there you go. So, if you're not going to get it by now, you're never going to get it. A lot of people, they just want to believe what they've been told. Basically, what it comes down to is this. People have a lot of pride in their so-called intelligence and what they believe is truth through all the years they spent through the education system. But what it all comes down to is, when the foundation is a lie of the ball earth, everything else after is a lie as well. And people don't want to go down that path. That means, basically, they have to come to the conclusion they've been lied to about everything else their whole life, and they can't go down that road. They can't go there because their so-called pride and ego is preventing them from seeing the truth. A lot of people are not interested in the truth. They're interested in preserving what they believe is truth in their own mind. With new information, we all could come to new conclusions. It reminds me of many children asking their school teachers during their youth, how does water stick to the bottom of the ball earth? And the teacher just responds, by gravity. And this is the authority figure, so you just don't question after that point. You just believe it. Well, the teacher said so, so it must be true. And this is the problem. We spend our life trying to learn, going through the education system, and we spend our adult life trying to unlearn what we have learned, the lies of science. Understand, these teachers that teach these theories about the ball Earth, all the lies, they've never been in space. They never saw the ball Earth with their own eyes. They're just teaching what they're told to teach, and that's what it all comes down to. Understand, those behind the scenes that have constructed these textbooks in the public school system, this is, again, how they do it. Knowledge at the very top, keeping everybody else ignorant. Knowledge is in the hands of the few, and the rest are kept ignorant. The classic structure for manipulation and control. And this is how the few rule over the many. This is nothing new. They've been doing this for centuries and centuries. So people need to understand, you're going along with the system. These so-called leaders, nothing but a bunch of deceivers keeping us all in the dark to the truth. And people just cannot fathom that most everything we're told is a lie. And again, this is where the mind is handicapped to believing it's possible. It's very simple. The classic structure of control, as well with the media. They own all of the media. You're not going to have a single truth speaker on there. It's that simple. So the game's been rigged from the start. And again, this is something that people just will not accept. Most people. Not until the majority believe it. It's one thing I found interesting as well. What Richard Nixon once stated. Of course, he's no hero, but again, this is how they love to mock. Telling the truth, it still goes in one ear out the other. How the American people don't believe anything until they see it on television. That's exactly how it works. And if you're waiting for someone like this to tell you the truth, you're going to be waiting a very long time.